finally spend a week away. We come back. Now the tree that was like this, is like this. And they're damn expensive to have cut down. So my next project was, I had to cut the tree down. And the tree was higher than the house.
Pretty big. Yeah, that was big.
I started from the top, boom, boom, boom. I got rid of a lot of stuff, boom, boom, boom. Every day I cut a little more, cut a little more. Then the hardest job was when I come down, I had to cut it up smaller so I can bundle it up to get rid of it. It took a long time. Anyway, this one day, I had an electric saw. Pretty sure it was electric. And I started getting real cocky with it because I was going like this with the limbs, boom, boom, boom. I went like this, and it kicked back. I went like this, it kicked back, and boom, right into my leg. And I like, Grandma for all her life bought me those elastic socks for my legs because I didn't get a varicose vein. Thanks God to Mom, Grandma. I wore them, and all you could see is this here flesh sticking out, blood, and the socks torn all over the place. That this was the elastic sock. So I go in the house, and Mom ain't home. She has the car, the only car. So I can't even drive to the hospital. Oh, in she comes. Finally she comes, screaming. I said, just take me to the hospital. Just take me to the hospital. And go slow. She's going through lights. She's going through stop signs. And I couldn't stop.
She loves you.
Stop. All the way to the hospital. I'm surprised I got there. And then I had the
Surgeon.
The surgeon.
They cut the muscle or something, right?
Yeah, it went all the way down to the bone.
So she called me. She's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm
They
working."
sewed it all up, and that was it. So what did you do?
So, Dad, it only happened one time where you did that to yourself, right?
I did. Yeah, I did for myself.
One time.
Yeah, I only cut my leg once.
So it wasn't when we were younger. It's Bill was there. So Bill was in the picture. So it was years later.
Oh, when the tree? When I cut the tree down?
Yeah. So
It was later.
it was much later. Yeah. So Bill was in the picture. So it wasn't when we were younger. We went to the
Oh,
the frog
okay.
place.
I'm getting okay.
That frog that happened. That happened obviously, but so many
I
years
had the
later.
two together. No.
Yeah.
You're conflating them. It's all right.
Okay.
It's within I don't know,
Two for one.
10 years. or something.
But that was a good story about the frog.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
The,
But,
the guy.
I was at work and I called him and then like, get to the house. So,
Yeah.
from your perspective.
Yep. So I took off to the house, and I ran into the backyard. You had already gone with Mary to the hospital. So then I found out where you went. I met you at the hospital, and was in there. I got to see what was like this thing. So everybody was like, "Oh my god! It was unbelievable!" And then I don't know what made me think of it, but then Teresa was like all upset over the whole thing, whatever. And I went and got a pork chop that we were gonna have for dinner, and had it in a baggie. And when she was there, I told her, I was like, "Oh my god, yeah!" I was cleaning up outside. I found part of his leg, and she was screaming and yelling. She's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, and
you look
Mary
cool.
wanted to kill me, man.
You should have killed him.
No, your
Mary,
mom wanted to
Mom.
kill me.
Oh,
God,
Mary.
man. And there's this pork chop with all the blood. I put ketchup in it. I mean, I made it look good. And I'm like, my God, he got part of his leg.
I don't remember that.
Oh, my God. It was great.
Oh, I didn't know that happened.
So,
Oh,
Carl,
Teresa didn't forget.
years before that, before I knew your Uncle Bill, I'm out hanging with my friends. It's Saturday night, and we go clubbing or whatever. I get home, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or something, and the phone rings. Like, who's calling at 1 o'clock in the morning? So I walk over, I pick up the phone, I'm like, hello, and it's where Grandpa works. He was working the night shift. It was maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and like, hi, Mr. Rodriguez, and I'm like, oh, my Rohrbacher, and I'm like, yes. I'm like, yes it is. And your there's been an accident. I'm like,
Where's the plane? I can't hear you. Plane.
there's been an accident. I pretended to be mom. I was like, yes. And they said, he actually was in an accident. He's in the hospital in the burn unit. I'm like, oh my God. So I had to go wake up mom and tell her, Dad's in the hospital in the burn unit. Yeah, he was, do you remember?
The jackhammer.
The jackhammer. You were.
In the
And you
hole.
hit something.
I was jackhammering on 8th Avenue, right alongside the terminal. Was that Grand Central Terminal?
Okay.
Was that Grand Central, the big
It's
bus
over
terminal there? You have all the buses pulling in there.
That'd be Union Station, isn't it? It's Great No.
Well,
Grand
somewhere
Central
in New York
Central
City.
Station.
Grand Central Station.
Grand Central Station. I was jackhammering. It was the hardest street we ever tried to break through. We were going through blades, and the guys were giving up. And I said, okay, let me take a crack at it. So I got another jackhammer, and I'm going through, and all of a sudden,
Oh my gosh.
boom!
Blew him
How
out.
he hit.
Blew me into the air. My pants are on fire.
Yeah.
I can't see. All of a sudden, lights, part of the Grand Central Station is shut down with electric. I don't know how many thousands of volts it was.
Yep.
It was illegal for the Con Ed to have kept it that high without steel plating. But anyway, I ended up in the hospital. They're trying to look for where did the electric come in and where did it come out, and
Right.
they found out that I was never really burnt with the electric. It never happened, and yet I should
But your
have.
hands were singed. And
Oh, that was
Electric
from,
sparks happen
Your-
from the phone.
Right, yeah.
True.
yeah, that was
Your
the sparks
face.
coming out. My face was all, I couldn't see. My eyes were impacted. I didn't know if I'd be, how bad the damage was. Hey. Then Mom come to pick me up the next day.
Yep.
Be grateful. Your jackhammer was electric, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Or pneumatic?
Pneumatic,
Okay.
That took the brunt.
pneumatic.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you 2 quick Teresa stories. One was Trish and I were up
Oh,
at Koinonia.
by the way, that was Mother's Day.
Oh
That was
God.
a Sunday morning. Was Mother's Day.
Was it really?
Wait, so you complain when Oma drives too fast to save you, and then you complain when she leaves you to be eaten by the sharks. What did you want her to do? And then you ruin her Mother's Day? What?
I think you planned it.
Go ahead.
So Trish and I were up at Koinonia with Teresa. Teresa was like 14. I mean, she was young at the time, and we're walking on the road. It's like a dirt, but it's all dirt. And it's pitch black. And when we drove in that time, it actually had this sign that said, "Bear sightings. Don't go out. Blah blah blah. Bear warning on the trees." We're walking down, and then I just look at Trish. I'm like, okay, we got to do this.
We were walking towards, remember they built the new area, the new center? That's what we were walking on that road to go there.
So we're walking. Teresa's like in front of us walking. I reached down and grabbed this rock, like a baseball-sized rock, and I said to Trish, I go, okay, when I tap you, scream bear. So I take the rock and I just like wing, and you hear poof, And then I'm like, and they're like, "Bear!" Both of us scream. Teresa takes off, man. She is flying down the road, and then all of a sudden we're friggin' hysterical, cracking up laughing. And she was so mad and so upset.
You get that?
Oh my God.
So vivid.
So now the other thing was we're at the campsite. I went out to go pee, but I was like, I'm not walking to the damn warehouse. So I walked out behind a tree and I'm peeing out in there. Mary comes walking out and I'm like, oh. So I get down behind the car and she comes walking and
She's actually coming from the privy.
yes. So she's walking and she doesn't notice me. She walks past the car and all of a sudden I go, woo! And she did her scream. She, and she runs into the thing. She almost jumps over the fire. That was the crazy thing. Then she gets in there, and then she's in it, and I start laughing. Then all of a sudden, she comes out. She was, she was pissed.
She could probably beat you up.
I was like, I saw her coming. I'm like, and she's like, you dumbass, yes. And I'm like, big gun. I'm flying down the road.
It was really bad.
I didn't want to come. I was like, Trish, can I come back? I was like afraid to go in till she fell asleep. And next morning she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna probably get smothered in my sleep. But then she was like, don't ever do that to me again. I'm like, okay. But we were at our house up in Bayshore. And we had like the barn style roof up in the attic.
Yeah.
So Colleen, what happens is we're all hanging out in the house. Teresa's there. The Del Principes are there.
You were probably there too.
I was gonna say you might have
You were
been there.
little.
But so we're upstairs and we're just in this room and we're telling ghost stories.
And we're really new to the house, and this room is empty. So when you walk up the stairs with a cape. So when we bought the house earlier that year, we said, oh, why does this room have like nothing in it? And I said, oh, actually, the man of the house, he died in this room. Like,
For real.
And we felt like, oh, so we tell that to the kids, right, to everyone. And then
So now we're all upstairs and we're all sitting on the floor and we're all telling ghost stories.
the Dell.
Then all of a sudden it's like, dinner, come down for dinner. So we all go down for dinner. And we're eating dinner, and then I'm like, I got this great idea. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna come back up to tell the ghost stories, but if I go up and I go into the side wall and hide in the closet, because it wasn't a full closet, they were like maybe 3 or 4 foot high louver doors, like little louver doors. So I open the louver door, I go in behind it, and I just shut the door, like pull it closed, and I'm waiting for them to come up because I'm gonna jump out and scare everybody. Teresa gets the same idea. So she comes up, and then she goes to, there's other ones, she goes to the ones I'm at. I'm trying to hold my finger in the little notch because there's no knobs or whatever. So I'm trying to hold it. And she's like trying to pull it. And then finally I said, that's it, I got to do it. So she's doing it, and when the thing opens, I go, whoa! And Teresa literally, she's going backwards. Oh yeah. It was almost like a TV show. She starts going like this, and then she falls on the floor. And all of a sudden she's like this. And now I'm like, oh my God. I run over to her, and she's like, and then I'm like, are you okay? She's like, oh. And then I was like, somebody come up here. and then so I forget who ran up, and I go, she's just hyperventilating. She's okay. She's totally okay. I was like, oh my God, I thought I killed her. Oh my God, I thought I killed her. But she's just
that was so funny that day.
Oh my God, man.
Because you had Julie, you had Mel, Cynthia, all of them, and Tess, and on and on. Oh my gosh.
She sounds like she was more scared.
Eddie and
She
we were all up there.
Teresa was more scared that night than the night that I scared you in the basement.
I have to see.
I know you scared the crap out of me once. Tell the story.
So we saw some scary movie. Grandma Bubbles took us to see, I don't know, some scary movie. So coming home from the movie, I just started scaring everyone. So I was terrorizing the whole family the whhole night. You were at work. So then
I think I know this one. Yes, I do know this
I'm
one.
scaring Mom.
I know
I'm
it.
scaring you, and whatever. So Dad gets home at some point then, and Mom must have conveyed to Dad oh, Michael's scaring everybody, whatever. So, in my head, I know what's gonna happen. So then I hear, and the house makes creaking sounds. So I'm laying there in bed in my room, and I'm waiting for you to come down to do something. I go, he's gonna do something. I just know it. So then I hear you trying to sneak down the stairs. So I'm like, all right, here he comes. He's coming down to scare me. So what I do is I can do my commando attack. So I get out of my bed, and I go across the hall into the bathroom.
No, you were in the bed. That's all.
I was in the bathroom.
And I'm sneaking into his room.
And he's got his tiny
you
whities
could go
on.
behind
He just
him.
has his tiny whities, with the holes in them and everything. So
No.
Delete that part.
Absolutely not.
his intention is,
Are you
oh,
still recording?
it's like, I'm gonna get him. Am I wrong with this?
Oh
No.
my gosh.
I'm gonna scare him. But I know what he's gonna do, so I'm just playing chess here. I'm like, okay.
I'm gonna go to the bed, and you're gonna go ahead.
So I see him. He's trying to creep down the hallway. I'm hiding in the bathroom. I hear him coming. Then he makes the turn. He's going to my bedroom. He's going slow.
I'm going to the left turn. You go into his bedroom.
You made the left, correct? You're starting to go in.
And he's in the bathroom.
I just leap out of the bathroom and just grab him. He's he totally loses his cool. Oh my goodness, it was so
Pee those
funny.
tiny whiteys.
Yeah, look, he scares easy when daylight. So now it's dark. He doesn't expect it to happen. Oh my goodness. They were tiny brownies after that.
Tiny brownies.
It was those holes.
Tiny brownies.
I felt like his bidet. With friends,
I was thinking something brown, and then you became tiny brownies.
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh
Well,
my god.
I can
my-
actually say I scared the crap out of somebody.
Really?
Jason.
Oh yeah.
Christopher's friend Jason.
Who lived behind us.
They're in the basement and they're sleeping down there, and I would always scare them, do different things to them. They're down there. I waited because they're like, I know you're gonna try to scare us. I'm like, I'm not tonight. I waited. I went to bed, and then I literally woke up and went back down. They were unconscious. So I go down and I have these masks and everything. I go down. I'm walking around, and then what I want to do is just come up to the side of them, sleeping on the couches, and just like tap them, but not make a noise, and then let them see me. Their both heads are like this, so I'm like, and they both open their eyes. Ah! And Christopher jumps out and runs, and Jason's like, ah! But he's like frozen. Then he runs and he goes up, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what the hell? I put the light on, and there's a log at the bottom of the steps. I'm like, he crapped his pants and ran up the steps. Trisha was like, I'm like,
It actually happened multiple times.
For the same kid?
I'm like, I literally
Yes,
scared the
he
crap
was a
out of
boy over the fence.
Why did he
Which
keep
one?
coming back?
Jason, who's like
Over
6'8"
the fence.
now, the one that would pick me up and throw me over the house if you had to. Yeah, it was him. And Trisha's like, and Trisha's like, I'm not picking it up. I'm like, oh God, I gotta pick it up. But
Oh my goodness.
yep.
Yeah, there was a few incidents.
Oh God, man.
Who?
Literally
You
scared the
really?
crap out of
No,
somebody.
I don't know why, but he would like leave stuff behind sometimes. I'm like, what the
Yeah,
heck?
'cause
And he would get
it was
scared.
Christopher,
in the middle of
Jason,
the night.
Max,
He would.
and John. They were all in the bonus room at our house now. And I was in the bedroom, and they were all in there talking. Oh man, if I was a ninja, and they're all just talking. And then I come out of my bedroom. I get into the hall because it used to be all
So
carpet.
this is our house now.
I lay on the ground, and I slowly start opening up the door. And I'm laying, and I'm just going like inch by inch in there, and they're talking, but it's pitch black. So I come across, and Max is laying on the side. He's gonna be the first one to get to. I go around the foosball table.
That's Gigi's
I'm
brother.
just not saying a word with him, and they're talking, and all of a sudden I get to where I know I can kind of see where he's at, and I'm like, whoa! And my God, they jumped up and they're screaming and they're running down, and Trish is yelling at me, what are you, because she was sound asleep, she's like, what are you doing to them?
No, but he was like forever. He was so slow.
It took me about 10 to 12 minutes to get
Yep.
just like from here to
Dedicated.
like past
Yes.
Colleen.
Sniper school. Got him.
Wait, so
And Trish is yelling at me because they were all running down. John almost went down the stairs and killed himself. I mean, it was just crazy.
who
God.
was it that I think it was my mom that was scared. They were running through the woods at Queen Anne going,
Oh,
Yeah.
who was that?
Bloody Mary or something, or Jason.
Jason.
Oh, that's right. I remember those noises. I forgot that story though.
Yeah. No, I wasn't there for that one.
Lady Dawn's got the best memories. So.
That and the story of the old man who lived in the house with like knives hanging from the ceiling or something at Queenia. You told that story recently. It was like the one that scared the heck out of everybody. Even I was like, is it true? Every time I went to
And I told the
Queenia.
story.
Sure was
You
You had
Mother
this
was
whole
true.
story about like the old man who lived at the lake at Queenia and he would like take the children or something.
I don't know.
Oh my
gosh.
I don't know
name.
either,
He had
so.
a name.
But we always made up
J-
stories. There was
J-
always a
Jacob
story.
or
Well, because at the same time, back in the 80s, it was the whole Jason came
Yeah.
about and the lake, and we were always there camping at
I
the
told
lake.
you, Trish. We would go in, and you know,